Well, hello folks, welcome to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet, and yes, this is a Football Manager channel, so we're all very excited about this announcement, which came a couple of days ago. Football Manager 2023 will be out on November the 8th this year, which is pretty much, I think, when it was out last year, so that's great. And I think the release of this information was on pretty much the same day it was last year. So they've kept remarkably consistent with the release information. Obviously, it came on the same day Queen Elizabeth died, so there hasn't been a great fanfare about this, but it has been released. Miles said they were thinking of pulling it back, but they weren't able to because of everything that was in place. But they haven't gone mad on Twitter, and Miles and Football Manager have still been very, very quiet about what will be in the new game. We have no information at all. But it's going to be here from November the 8th. So let's dive in to have a look what the trailer looks like and what information we have got about the game. Okay, so we'll have a little look through some of this information first. So is there anything exciting in here? So unrivaled simulation game. Experience the closest thing to being a real manager by taking charge of the world's greatest football teams and playing the beautiful game your way. Whether it's buying smarter, so are we thinking maybe they've got something in the scouting? Maybe something around there that they've put in there. Training harder. I'd love them to do something with the training, or outthinking your opponent. Finding that winning edge is the art of Football Manager. So I don't know whether this is a little nod to the things that may be in there, or whether they're just doing a sales pitch. But the data hub, which I guess would fit around outthinking your opponent, was a great addition last year, but many people say it's not quite ready. And I have to admit, I rarely look in the data hub because it's just, I don't quite get what I want out of it, so I don't tend to look. So maybe what we're seeing here is an update to the data hub, update to the training, an update to how you do your scouting, perhaps, which would be awesome, and I think everyone would be on board with that. Football Manager is a game where no dream is too big, no ambition too outlandish. So don't just manage your expectations, take control of your club, dream big, and tear it up. Presumably not Football Manager, because it doesn't come in physical discs anymore. If you're old as me, I'm still somewhere up there, got a bunch of the old FM discs back to CM as well, and then it's available on all these consoles. So we'll have a look at where it's available, because there have been some updates there. But let's have a watch of the trailer, because this gives a little bit away, but not much.
Peggy 3.
I mean, just off the bat, look at the sort of numbers that they are generating, the amount of people playing this game to generate these sort of stats. Absolutely mad. I mean, it'd be really interesting to know how these particular attributes or these particular stats have changed over the last 10 years, because I bet they have just exponentially increased. Also, say these 9-goal thriller things, 9-goal hauls. Yeah, I've contributed heavily to that with my Riga team, who just keep doing that. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. I mean, to be fair, I had a fair few unbeaten seasons in with my Riga team as well. It's fairly easy to do it in Latvia, but yeah, we'll see. So they're going with like tear up the script or tear it up as the tagline. Is that telling us something? I don't know. I just wonder whether they've made some major overhauls, but yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. I think there's a lot of people who get very underwhelmed with what Football Manager put out every year. They always say, "Oh, it's the same thing." There's no great changes. But to be fair, how can you make massive changes in this game? It's a football management game. There are key things that need to be there. They're all there, but you can't please everyone. But every year I get excited at this time. Every year I want to know what those features are, and we'll find out about those features very shortly, I think. So pre-purchase is available from now, so you can go out and get it from all of your different areas: Steam, Epic Games, Apple Arcade, if that's the thing. I don't know if that's available quite now, but if you do that now, you will get early access, and that's 2 weeks before the game is out, so you can contribute to the beta testing of the game, and you also get 20% off the price. And remember, Football Manager is not a premium price game, so you're going to get a fairly cheap price for a game that you are going to spend 1,000 hours playing. No, it's worth it. It's worth it. I get no money for this. If you are looking for places to buy this, look on Twitter. Look at Football Manager creators on Twitter, big and small, are doing giveaways, FM23 giveaways. So enter all of those. There are also a whole load of them who have got links with selling sites who are selling the game. They get a bit of a cut from it, but they also have a nice big discount on top of that. So go and have a look at those. Passion for FM, for example, and many of the Passion for FM crew have links with Fanatical. So go and check out them, and you will get your cheap game early. You can get involved in the beta period and get the game before all the general punters have got their hands on it. Well, anyone who hasn't paid for it yet. But yeah, so there's one other thing on here. So Bundesliga, we know the Bundesliga, we got there was rights arrived last year. Licensing was last year for that, which was brilliant. But this year, you can see here, we got the Champions League. So little spoiler, they have the licensing for the Champions League. Which would be great, so you don't have the wrong name, and you've got the logos and all those other bits and pieces which make things fantastic, which improve your experience of the game. Whether that you'd assume that also means the Europa League, the Conference League, all of those European competitions, and whether they've gone further afield and done the same thing in the continental competitions on other continents as well. So you get a much more immersive experience. So that is really good. So what else do we know? Out November the 8th, as we said, new features and licensing updates will arrive late September. So we are going to start getting the drip of new features and also licensing updates, which will be good. So we know about one, which we've just talked about, but are we going to get additional ones? Are we going to get additional leagues licensed? It would be very nice if we did. New features, well, I've got a whole video on that. What are the new features you want to see? Leave a comment down below. The one thing here that really interests me is this line here, and I don't know whether to take too much out of it or not, but new tools thrust you closer than ever to the heart of the beautiful game. Now, new tools makes it seem like this isn't just a reimagining of something. This is something completely novel. Does that suggest we have something completely new coming into the game? Maybe it's something to sort of bring a whole bunch of stuff together. Maybe it's something to help out during the bring all the information together during the actual act of gameplay. I don't know. but we will see what that is. But it excites me that it says new tools, because I think that suggests we are getting something completely new. It might be a lie, it might not. So access on Steam, Epic Games and Microsoft, will be 2 weeks prior to full release. So on all formats it's 2 weeks prior. To get the early access and 20% off by now, anytime prior to the full release on the official Sega store or any participating digital retailer. So that is nice. What else have we got? Well, where is the game coming to? It's not just the usual suspects. It's actually going to be coming to PlayStation 5. So the debut will be on PlayStation 5, and they've got this new snazzy PlayStation 5 with the lovely controller, FM23 controller, which looks pretty awesome. I don't know how to get hold of that, but that would be pretty good. So for you PlayStation fans, you can play it there. It's also going to be on Xbox, an Xbox Game Pass, which is very exciting, and it is going to be coming back to Apple. So it'll be on the iPad. You can play it on the iPad via Apple Arcade. So all Apple devices you'll be able to play Football Manager 2023 on. I don't know how well. I'm really interested to know how well the game plays on a format like that. I imagine it's a bit kind of dialed down and not quite the full version. Similarly, for a console, how does FM23 behave on a console? Is it the same experience? I mean, I've never played Football Manager on anything other than via Windows, so laptop or desktop. So that is exciting. So we've also got, which is interesting, Football Manager 23 is coming out on the Switch, and it's the touch version. So that is the scaled back version. So we've got Football Manager 23 mobile, Football Manager 23 touch, and then the console version. So it looks like it's subtly different between the formats, but it's hard to say quite how that varies, but interesting all the same. And so almost no matter what you've got, you'll be able to play this game. And if you are on the fence about Football Manager, you've never bought it before, and this is your first foray into it, yes, it is a complicated game. Yes, you will get frustrated with it, but if you can get past that, there is no other game like it. It's the best series of games that there is. And if you aren't sure about it, you don't want to spend big on this, just buy from 2-3 years ago the version and just see how you get on with that. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this. There's not a lot to kind of unpack because they haven't really told us a lot. So I've probably gone completely over the top in my understanding or trying to get too much out of the wordings, but yeah, why not? Let me know what you think is going to be in the new game. Whether you think some of my ideas, whether they're going to completely reinvent it, will be correct. I don't know. I'm just making things up as I go along, as we all are. But one thing I can say for a certainty, I'm super excited about it. Let me know in the comments who you're going to be playing in your first FM23 save, and why. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.